Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw Chaos coverage. There's a reason why Nick has his finger up, and we'll get to that in a moment. We are after Evolution, after Saturday Night's main event. We have a lot to cover already for SummerSlam. Nick, Furious Nation, how's it going, man?
I got two words for you, Pyro. Acknowledge me.
Yes.
Roman Reigns back for the first time since the Raw after WrestleMania 41, where he got destroyed by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. And he's back. He saved CM Punk and Jey Uso from a beatdown from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, helped Jey Uso up, and was in the ring at the same time with Jey Uso and CM Punk. CM Punk, speaking of which, is going to SummerSlam against Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. A lot of SummerSlam build. The SummerSlam card finally now starting to slowly but surely pick up. And what a damn good fucking Raw tonight. A lot of storyline progression, a lot of storyline focus, a lot of SummerSlam build to get you excited for SummerSlam with 3 weeks to go till SummerSlam at MetLife, which I will be there live both nights, August 2nd and August 3rd, by the way. And the SummerSlam card, how it's shaping up to be, Pyro, I'm telling you, man, what a card we're getting. I mean, the card we're getting, damn. I mean, it's gonna be. I'm excited for SummerSlam. It's gonna be a good show.
It's
the card how it's shaping up. Talk about a damn good card.
Oh yeah, dude, it's very exciting. It's going to be very it's probably going to go down, and unfortunately has to be ruined by, I mean, you know my thoughts. It's going to be ruined because of Cardi B and Jelly Roll, but at the same time, it's going to be definitely one of the best SummerSlams produced. Roman's back, Seth is out, but I feel like that might have some kind of plan going into SummerSlam.
You paid attention to Paul Heyman. He said the briefcase has you have to cash in within the next 12 months.
Yep.
Seth's going to be out 6-9 months. That's well before 12 months. And I actually like the fact, and Heyman brought up the point, Seth, he's not losing that briefcase. He has 12 months to cash in, and he's out 6-9 months. He has well enough time to cash that in when he gets back. So honestly, with him out for a long time, no one's going to be really thinking about it. It's going to be unpredictable, and when he comes back, he'll cash it in. Honestly, this may work in his favor. It sucks, but they say everything happens for a reason. So I'm glad Paul Heyman brought that up, because it would have been dumb to take it off him. It would have been creative to have a Money in the Bank match for the vacant briefcase at SummerSlam, but it's also stupid. Why would you take it off Seth? Because, it's like he's not going to be out 12 months. It's just, why would you take the briefcase off of him now when he's going to be out before 12 months? So
I agree.
Paul Heyman brought that up.
No, I agree with that, and I think I would not have liked if Seth would have gotten rid of the briefcase. What's up, Chad? Chad, thanks for stopping by. We have another viewer as well. Guys, comment down what you think about Raw. Great show tonight, but I think Seth Rollins, if he would have vacated the Money in the Bank briefcase, that would have been stupid. If anything, I actually think it would be fun if we have two. Like, let's say he had to be out for an entire year, right? I think it would be really funny if we had Seth Rollins come back at Money in the Bank next year as a Money in the Bank holder, challenging the other Money in the Bank holder to see who is the undisputed Money in the Bank briefcase holder. That would be funny to me. I don't know why, but it would be funny to me. It would just be one of those things, like just another creative thing we haven't seen yet. So there are ways you can keep the briefcase with somebody and still have relevancy of the storyline.
But it does suck that Seth Rollins is going to be out, and I read something he's going to be out for at least 4 or 5 months, like almost at least 6 months. That's going to suck. I read that earlier before even Raw came on the air on Netflix tonight, and that's a damn shame. And I thought at first, and Pyro and I and Mitch were on the Saturday Night's Main Event live watch stream this past Friday. During the stream, I thought the injury wasn't that bad, but looking more but the past day yesterday, looking more at it, then I looked more at it, it did not look good at all, and it looked pretty bad.
I didn't even think it was real. I felt for a story
on the post show from Evolution last night. Said it doesn't look good, so
wow,
he's gonna be out for a while, and that's a damn shame. I just wish nothing. I wish nothing but the best for Seth Rollins and a healthy and speedy recovery is what I will say to Mr. Seth Rollins. It's a damn shame. But I mean, if he's out like at least 6-9 months, he'll be back before when he comes back, he'll have plenty of time to cash that shit in. And as soon as he
absolutely.
comes back, he's cashing in that thing right in. He's gonna win. Mark my words. I'm calling it now. So when that happens, you know exactly where you heard it from and where you heard it from. Right here. Remember, clip it. Remember this right here. As soon as Seth Rollins is healed up, he's cleared, good to go from his knee injury. The moment, the second he comes back, he's cashing that Money in the Bank briefcase right in, and he's going to do it successfully. And he's walking out the World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champion within I think it's next year. We're in July, going to be out 6 months. He may be back either the end of this year, if not the end of the year, then I would say early next year. He may even go into WrestleMania next year as the champion. Who knows? But as soon as he comes back, he's cashing that briefcase right in. Mark my words. So when that happens, you know who you heard it from, where you heard it from. Remember this saying, clip it, and remember the date and all. You know where you heard it from. Seth Rollins will be the new world champion when he's back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, definitely wish a speedy recovery. But let's move on to. I mean, there was a lot of women's matches on this one.
Dude,
we
like
mentioned
the first 75 minutes were like women's wrestling.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you picked up on that.
Yeah, I did. I mean, you even mentioned it too. Like, I'm not mad about it because I know that there's more story to be told for the women's division, and I love it. I love that they're still having the tag titles going. I like that the Kabuki Warriors are together. I love the story they're doing for the Judgment Day. I still think it's funny they're plugging the 2K25 monitor right at the right where they're doing their promos. It's funny to me. But yeah, the Judgment Day are still the women's tag team champions after Evolution and after tonight beating the Kabuki Warriors. That was a fun match.
And that definitely good performance last night, especially them and Sol Ruka, man, from NXT.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Sol Ruka's gonna be a big fucking deal as soon as she gets to the main roster. She's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
so athletic, very high on Sol Ruka. She's just great, and I would say within the next year or two, she'll be called up to the main roster, and she's going to do pretty damn well. I truly feel that way. That's how good she is, and she's going to be she's going to be a very nice player and good player when she gets Monday or Friday, whatever brand she's on. So I'm excited when Sol Ruka gets called up to the main roster.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited for that too.
And
another thing I'm excited for though is
WWE has the best women's division. I'm telling, it's not even a debate. I'm gonna even say this and call me nuts, and I don't care what anyone says. WWE's, and you can clip it. WWE's women's division is better than AEW's women's division. The way that's booked and the opportunity, the storytelling, especially. WWE's women's division is the best women's division in the world today, and it blows AEW's women's division out of the fucking water. It's not even close. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley even had a better match last night than Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné did all in Texas this past Saturday. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I don't know how you feel in it, Pyro, but that is personally how I feel. And plus the Naomi cash-in last night at Evolution, which I did not even expect on the women's world title. And you know what? I'm not mad about it at all. And I'm very, very happy for Trinity. She's put in the fucking work. She's killing it as a heel. And now Monday Night Raw gets a very damn good heel now on their Raw women's division, which quite frankly, Raw's women's division has been lacking heels so much lately. Now you add Naomi, and I could not be more happier for Naomi.
I got to add this one, Nick. I've got to add this for her as a celebration, man.
Horns.
Yeah.
There you go. Hat Hollister, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Congratulations to Naomi becoming the brand new women's world champion. Proceed with caution.
Shit, Rhea did it, man. Rhea did it, and we're going to have that triple threat. I think that's going to be I think that's going to be the night
Yeah.
one's main event. I don't think it's going to be CM Punk and Gunther. I think it's definitely going to be um, the triple threat going on night one, going at the main event on night one, because I mean
Yeah.
that's just such a, they deserve it. I would just say it like that. They deserve it, man. All three of those women deserve it, and I don't mind having this world where both women and men matches are the ones main eventing each show, right? Like,
Right.
of course, I guess star power, it did make sense for the triple threat for Punk, Roman, and Seth to main event night one, but I would not have been mad if the other triple threat for the women's world title went on last. Or, well, actually, I would have been mad if it was Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, because those two are god awful. But,
well, we love Tiffy time though.
I don't. You do. I don't.
She's very talented though, but I mean the build wasn't good, but Charlotte really sabotaged the build when she could have made Tiffany better, but she didn't. But speaking of Charlotte, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm one of the biggest Charlotte Flair haters. However, she really I don't know how you feel. Ever since her pairing with Alexa Bliss, and I picked up on it this past Friday, and even especially more so last night at Evolution, for the first time in years, Charlotte is feeling herself. I feel like this Alexa Bliss pairing has been. I honestly think Alexa saved Charlotte's career, because Charlotte was always in the title picture, shoved down her throats, the same queen gimmick, same old shit character for 10 years. And now this pairing with Alexa, it's something fresh and it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell Charlotte's having a good time out there with Alexa. I feel like the pairing with Alexa and Charlotte has honestly done wonders for Charlotte. Honestly. I don't know how you feel, but I picked up on that, especially from Evolution last night. And Charlotte acted so selfless. She even got cheered last night.
I saw about that, dude.
We want Charlotte. Like, I was shocked. She was so over last night. And again, I feel like this Alexa Bliss pairing has done more good than bad for Charlotte. Like, this is what happens when you have someone not in the title picture all the time and have them away from the title picture for a long time, and now you see Charlotte getting over to where she needs to be. Like, this is exactly where Charlotte needs to be. And I'm really liking this pairing with Alexa and Charlotte, man. They could very well even win the women's tag titles at SummerSlam, and I would not be mad at that whatsoever. And I think that's the direction they go with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, Charlotte, dude, like, I thought at first this was kind of a weird pairing for how they were doing the story, but it definitely looks like she is playing that face role. I don't mind. Yeah, I same as you, man. I don't mind it. I really don't. And it's about time Charlotte got something that isn't just, well, I'm a Flair, so that's why I'm going to win the title now. It's something different. It's something that I can see, benefiting both the WWE and her. Yeah. She's not going into business for herself by doing this, and it's something for Alexa Bliss to stay on TV for. And it helps with the tag team division, too.
And I'm hoping last night Charlotte's finally realized that she doesn't always need to be in the title picture to be the queen or the top female in the company. She knows she already is. She doesn't need to be in the title picture for the women's title or women's world title all the time to prove that and show that. There's other women on the roster who are on the rise for that top contention. And Charlotte will always be that top female. She doesn't need to be all the time in the title picture. Like, seriously, like, she was always in the title picture and people got sick of her, and you can't blame people for that because she was so forced down their throats. Now that she's paired with Alexa Bliss, it's honestly made Charlotte like less unbearable as of late, and starting to a little bit warm up to Charlotte. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that because I have one of the biggest Charlotte Flair haters, but I feel like Alexa Bliss has honestly saved her career with this pairing. So you got to give props to Alexa too. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's probably a lot of it, Alexa. It's one of them things like, all right, we have to get booked. How are we going to do it? And that's how they're doing it, is by not being selfish with the roster and really giving each other a moment together.
And imagine if they win those titles off Raquel and Roxanne in New Jersey. I think it'd be a very good moment. Yeah. Really good feel-good moment for Charlotte and Alexa. So I'm hoping that's where they go, and it looks like they might go that direction. But we will see what Triple H has in store for the women's tag titles if they're going to be on one of the nights at SummerSlam. But we will see. Speaking of the women's tag titles, I think Raquel and Roxanne beat the Kabuki Warriors because of Dominic's help. He got on the apron twice, and Raquel and Roxanne cheated. The Kabuki Warriors lost. I don't know what they do with Asuka and Kairi here. At some point, I would have Asuka go heel and feud with Kairi. I think that could be something, and that would be another good story for the Raw Women's Division because both Kairi and Asuka have history. Kairi's a very good singles wrestler. Asuka's a very good singles wrestler. She was one of the most dominant NXT Women's Champions in NXT history outside of Shayna Baszler. And she held that NXT Women's title for 500 days. She was incredible in the early days of Black and Gold NXT. And her as a heel, I think, would be awesome for the Raw Women's Division again. And again, lack of heels on the Raw Women's Division, they could use another good heel in that division on that show. And Asuka, I think, plays a very good heel. And Kairi Sane could be the sympathetic babyface wanting to get revenge. I think it would be really good storytelling if they play their cards right.
Yeah.
You know?
For
So
sure,
that's an idea out there. I don't know if they entertain it, but that's something I'd personally like to see when the time is right.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, anything with this Triple H, with Triple H running the women's division, I feel really good about where things are heading. I think Triple H has really proved himself to know what the women's division needs and stick with it. Right? That's what I. So I trust the system either way. But yeah,
consistency.
Oh yeah, and
Vince McMahon just didn't care. He never gave opportunity. He'd give them 1 minute, 2 minute matches. He'd always use it as attraction for the men, and he didn't really care. He wouldn't let them wrestle. And
I hate that I grew up learning that.
Vince never gave a fuck about the women's division or women's evolution. He pushed them because he had to. He felt he had to. And he never cared about the women to begin with. Whereas Triple H has always cared about the women, and he gives them opportunity. If Triple H didn't care, he look at Stephanie Becker get an opportunity. Would you ever see Stephanie Becker get an opportunity under Vince McMahon? Absolutely fucking not.
She'll probably get the Nikki Bella treatment, or maybe the AJ Lee treatment, Trish Stratus. But looking back in that history, that really wasn't that much. Let's be fair.
Era in 05 was some of the worst, darkest times, dude. So fucking bad.
Yeah.
Candice Michelle, fucking Tori Wilson.
Look at Michelle.
Hall. It was so fucking bad.
Look at Michelle McCool. I mean, she had to do a lot.
Matches, 1 minute, 30-second matches. They were basically dubbed as the popcorn match when the ladies, when the ladies were never given the opportunity to go up there and wrestle and be themselves. Where under Triple H, it all started NXT Black and Gold, especially TakeOver Brooklyn 1 with Sasha Banks and Bayley for the NXT Women's title. That's what really put the women's revolution on the map, was that match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 1 in August of 2015. And it's actually almost 10 years next month, at that 10-year anniversary of that. Absolutely incredible stuff. I watched that match live on the WWE Network before it was on Peacock. Probably the match of the year of that year of 2015, and still one of the best matches of all time, still to this day, that match where Bayley won the NXT Women's title. Great stuff.
Well, and here's the thing too. Look at who Triple H is married to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Stephanie was a massive
advocate.
Advocate for the women, advocate for the division, advocate for her own roster. Like, she was always somebody where Vince was calling, like look at Cena, for example. If there was somebody on the roster that, wasn't up to par for Vince, Stephanie saw what their saw what they were bringing to the table, and then realized, like, oh, these guys are actually, talented. You better look at these guys again, or I'm going to put them on my show. And then we have Super Cena now. We have what John Cena became from that.
Yeah. Overall, Vince McMahon never gave two shits about women's wrestling, whereas Triple H, he actually gives the women opportunities to show what they can do. Again, all state starts at NXT Black and Gold, and And you look at who they have: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Stephanie Vetcare, Julia, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, etc., etc. I will say, though it's not perfect, there are still issues, and it's still not where it needs to be. I will say, though, even despite all that, it is a lot. The women's division, not just that, but I think that like I feel like things are much better under Triple H than they were under Vince. Vince gave a lot of good memories over the years, but over time it was time for Vince to go. It was time for him to step down. Like he should have stepped down. Honestly, like guy should have stepped down at least a decade ago. At least a decade ago, it was time for Vince to step away and move on with his life. You know,
well, and it was hurting badly.
Things are much better operated smoothly under Triple H. No one's walking on eggshells. No one's stressed out coming to work there anymore, and things are just much better off there under Triple H than they were ever under Vince.
You can go in the locker room and feel safe. That's the difference too. You don't have to worry about, well, who the hell is going to sock me now? Who the hell is going to ask me for this? Who's going to You know, and who the crowd's going to say whatever? You know, like it's very safe now.
Yeah, and dude, I've seen people online, oh, Triple H sucks. He's a shitty booker. He should step away. And Vince was better. He's no better than Vince. Vince was better. We need Vince back. There are people online that want fucking Vince back. Anybody who wants Vince McMahon back, I'm saying this to you right now. You're a fucking retard.
Yeah, seriously,
you're a fucking retard. You're a fucking idiot.
That's the only time I'll allow that on the channel. I'm okay with you saying that right now. Other times I would hate it, but
sorry that slept out. But
no. That's honestly a good time to say it. 'Cause that's horrible. People think he needs to come back. That's horrible.
Like you really want Vince back? The women are getting opportunity now. Vince would have never gave any opportunity to the women you're seeing now getting TV time. And you want fucking Vince back? Not me, not this guy. Nobody wants him there.
No, I don't want him back.
He's never coming back. Even if he says he wants to buy back the company, it's never going to happen.
He ain't got enough damn money.
Happen.
So he might be a billionaire, but he don't have enough to do that.
Anyone who wants Vince back is freaking brain dead. Triple H is not perfect, but he's much better than Vince. I mean, he has his flaws. Everyone has their flaws. Nobody's perfect, and that's okay. But to say he's worse than Vince is stupidity. He's much better than Vince, and it's much better off with him than it ever was under Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I don't know what people are thinking in there. I would rather have Triple H because look at how he did with NXT. Look at how he did with when he stepped down as a full-time wrestler and really went in on all divisions, women and men's. Look at when we had Sasha and Bayley for the and the Iron Man match. Though it was risky to have, it was very much worth it because, well, let's see these people do it. Let's see these people actually get what they deserve. They need to be in the spotlight. I agreed with it.
Yeah,
that was a risky call because that was something no one ever saw before. But that was what we needed.
Even dating back to NXT arrival with Paige and Emma.
Yeah,
when Paige was NXT Women's Champion, the first ever NXT Women's Champion. Even that as well before Sasha and Bayley. Then you had Becky Lynch. You had Charlotte Flair with the Horsewomen. Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley. Then Asuka. You had Ember Moon. You had Kairi Sane, Io Sky when she was Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley. The list goes on and on. Toni Storm. Before she was Timeless Toni Storm. This list goes on and on. Bianca Belair. Without Triple H and Stephanie laying the groundwork and putting women's wrestling on the map, you would not see where women's wrestling is today on the main roster. And those are facts.
No, I'll agree with that for sure. It looked very indies when they started doing it because they realized, like, this is what people are into now. Women want these, these women want the opportunity. They deserve the opportunity. Give it to them. Give it to them.
If you let them be themselves and give them the proper opportunity and you let them go up there and wrestle, not put the handcuffs on them and let them be loose, they'll get over. Look at the reactions we got for the women last night and even also tonight. like the pop Io Sky got when she came out, the pop for Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vetcare, Naomi, the same thing. This is what happens. Even Lyra Valkyria is now starting to get over and has been getting over for several weeks now. This is what happens when you give these women the proper opportunity they deserve, and they'll get over.
Yeah.
As long as you give them the proper opportunity, the women will get to where they need to be. So I will say that, again, it's much better under Triple H than it is under Vince. I mean, it's not perfect. It's still not where it needs to be, but the women's division and the WWE in general is just much better under Triple H than it was under Vince. Maybe it's not bad, but no excitement currently. There was excitement last night and tonight, and hoping that's a sign of things to come. But again, the product as a whole, the WWE product as a whole, is a lot better off under Paul Levesque than it was under Vince. So anyone who says that Vince should come back, it's not even an opinion anymore. It's just blatant stupidity.
Yeah, I agree with that.
These are those who want Vince back.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know what people are thinking, saying stuff like that. I've heard of that too, and
I see it all the time on X. I just mute or block these people. It's not even an opinion. I mean, I understand people are entitled to their opinion, but it's not that's not an opinion. That is sheer stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Blatant and sheer stupidity. I just mute or block these people, Pyro. I really do, because I don't want their stupidity on my timeline, and I don't want to lose brain cells reading their just ridiculous comments.
Oh yeah, no, I don't, dude.
It's much better under Triple H, and Vince ain't ever coming back. So I'm telling you that now. But we have Naomi open the show. Speaking of the women, nice reaction, and Pyro, what a damn good heel Naomi is. She is doing so good as a heel, so fucking good as a heel. Ever since she turned heel in March, she's fucking killed it. She had a very good match with Jade Cargill at Evolution, no holds barred at Evolution. Even though she lost to Jade, didn't matter for Naomi, because that L turned to the biggest W last night at Evolution when she cashed in her Money in the Bank. And Naomi's really coming into her own, man, especially from the days of the Feel the Glow gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about a woman who walked out of WWE with Sasha Banks in May of 2022. Then 2 years ago, 2023, she, as Trinity, went to TNA, bet on herself, became a big success there. Then came back to WWE last year, the 2024 Royal Rumble in Tampa, which I was there live. And now that she's a heel, turned heel early this year, it's like she wasn't doing much of anything in 2024 and she was a babyface, but now she's really coming into her own, and I love that. It's a beautiful thing to see her grow, and she's only going to get better and bigger from here on out. I'm telling you. So I love that.
It's incredible what she's been able to do since going to TNA, and like we were saying, I mean, her heel work is phenomenal, and I thought it was kind of weird she turned heel, but then, beware, this caution gimmick, that was pretty damn creative. Honestly,
with caution.
Proceed with caution. Thank you. That was pretty damn creative. Yep. I have to say, very creative, and something that I am very invested in. And it was just weird at first. I'm thinking like, caution, what the hell does this mean? But now I see what it means, and now I see why it's getting over.
Yeah. Naomi got a nice pop. Rhea got a nice pop. She's talking smack to Naomi. Then Io Sky comes out. Man, that outfit Io Sky had tonight, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. In Io Sky, I think Dave Meltzer said after Evolution last night, Io Sky, one of the best wrestlers on the planet. And I'm glad he said that. I'm not high on Dave Meltzer, but he, for once, said the right thing. Io Sky is one of the best on the planet. What a match she had last night with Rhea Ripley at Evolution, man. That may even go up as match of the year by the end, around the end of this year for the year-end awards on Fiore Station here on YouTube. That most likely than not is going up there for match of the year for this year for WWE. Io and Rhea from last night's Evolution.
Yeah, dude, 5-star. Absolutely 5-star.
No doubt. Then Adam Pearce comes out. He announced the triple threat for the women's world title at SummerSlam. I know we got a triple threat for the women's world title at WrestleMania this past April, and we get it again at SummerSlam. I'm not mad about this at whatsoever, because I feel this is what they could do. Naomi is going to go to SummerSlam as champion. She's going to retain. I think she gets Stephanie Vetcare at Clash in Paris, August 31st. Stephanie Vetcare may very well win, or if they have Naomi win, remember, they have Perth, Australia, mid-October, Crown Jewel. Who's to say they don't want Rhea Ripley going into that show or win the title at Crown Jewel in Perth in Rhea Ripley's home country? You know, business-wise, it would make sense. Who's to say they don't have that in the back of their mind? Something to think about. Maybe they don't want to do Stephanie and Rhea that early. Maybe that's why they give Naomi the title last night. And there's also that story that Rhea has never beaten Io. So that's another thing to think about. So there's another big story right there. I like that. And I mean, and Naomi and Io and Rhea, you thought Io and Rhea last night was great. Wait till SummerSlam with this triple threat with Io, Rhea, and Naomi. These three ladies are gonna fucking kill it, and I'm excited.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for sure, because I think it could be. I genuinely do believe this could be the main event of night one, and it's something that is. It's just you can't have that end of Evolution continue it and not have it be still a big deal, because it is a massive deal now. They made it a big deal. They worked their ass off to make it a big deal.
I would have said Punk and Gunther main event night one I give there's going to be a Seth cash-in, but now that Seth's going to be out for a while, I would have the women's world title triple threat matches main event at night one, and then Cody and Cena night two main event is how I would book it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. Speaking of ladies, 2 out of 3 falls match. Winner goes to face Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. This was also very, very good. I don't know how you felt. Lyra and Bayley, their first match was all right, but after that, man, the chemistry and that Bayley and Lyra have, man, is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they have absolutely great chemistry, and even when they mess up, they're able to bring it back, and that right there, it shows a lot. It shows a lot, and the thing is, I enjoy when people have chemistry outside of the ring and in the ring, and I really appreciate the fact that they're able to express that in the ring. Yeah. And so it's really nice to it's nice to see how they are able to just bring so much out of themselves. And now we have Becky and Lyra again. And those are yet more people that know each other in the ring. They know how to work. And then after this, P. Diddy fan.
P. Diddy fan. He sent us in.
Okay. Why do we?
Do you have the baby oil, right? And they used it all at Evolution.
Dude. Yeah. Let's not show that guy again.
This is not. I mean,
not that kind of platform.
We're not a PG. I mean, we're not a PG show, but inappropriate stuff like that is a no. So please don't.
We still like to have respect for people.
The viewers, exactly. So with all due respect, please, P. Diddy fan, please don't do that again.
Yeah, seriously. I don't even say that with respect. I just don't do that.
Sorry.
I don't even say that with respect. Me personally, I don't say that with respect. If you're gonna do that trolling shit, you better get out of my channel, because this ain't gonna work, bro. This ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna troll on that channel.
So, P. Diddy fan, that's warning 1. If you do it again, we may have to consider kicking you out.
Yeah.
But
was there anything else we needed to cover?
Back to Lyra and Bayley. They both.
Oh, there you go.
Lyra won 2-1. There was she did some nice spots, she tried a sit out power lift, to sit out power bomb. I don't know. One time it looked like she almost dropped Bayley in her head, but then she finally got it. But either way, it was a good match. And then Becky comes out to confront Lyra. I think Lyra's winning back the championship from Becky at SummerSlam. I think that's the end goal. and then we get Lyra and Bailey for the title coming out of SummerSlam, going into Clash in Paris, and that's going to be even interesting there too. But that's my prediction on that. I don't know how you feel, but that's my prediction as far as the women's IC title is concerned, going into SummerSlam and coming out of SummerSlam.
I think it will do good for Becky to keep the title, especially with somebody, if they don't give the title to if they don't give the women's title to Stephanie Vacquier, then I definitely can see where the next step is Becky versus Stephanie Vacquier, and that match is going to be great. I mean, that match right there would be great. I trust Stephanie Vacquier to hold a really well match with Becky, and obviously vice versa.
Whether it's for the title or not, but I mean, either one, sign me up. But I mean, Becky and Lyra's part 3 at SummerSlam is going to be very good. I'm looking forward to it. The first 2 matches they had were fantastic. I expect no different here. I expect this to be very good, like the first 2 matches they had at Backlash and at Money in the Bank. So I'm looking forward to this at MetLife Stadium. This should be very good. This may even steal a show at SummerSlam, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I wouldn't doubt it if it was either first match or at least semi-main event for either day. Just because those two can definitely hold a standard for the show.
Absolutely.
I think they can definitely be standard holders, and Lyra Valkyria, the way she has really developed this year already, and then having someone like Becky Lynch, someone we know who can already help develop a division as she has.
Yes.
You have a perfect deal right there.
It's exactly. Perfect. Look at how Becky has elevated Lyra, man, ever since Becky's come back. Like, Lyra has really gotten better and better ever since this feud with Becky Lynch. You're seeing the personality coming out, and she's just really starting to grow and grow. And Becky is getting her to where she needs to be. I mean, Becky Lynch is selfish to an extent, but you can tell Becky Lynch for the most part does actually give a shit about the women's division in the future of it, because she knows she's not going to be around forever, and she cares about the future of it and wants to help others get to where they need to be at the top spot when Becky Lynch can't do this physically anymore.
Right.
And she cares about the future of that division and wants to see others succeed. So
yeah.
That's something to point out right there. Becky Lynch is selfish to an extent, but not like Mercedes Moné in AEW, where she's elevated no one there. Becky here has elevated Lyra Valkyria.
Yes, I agree with that completely. Yeah, that's the thing with the thing is with Moné is I understand what they're trying to do with her. They're trying to make her unstoppable, but at the same time, you don't need every single title. You don't.
Dude, she's holding like half a dozen titles that don't mean jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
I know.
Actually, you don't need to hold 6-7 different fucking titles to prove you're the best. And it's just like it's forced. It's forced down their throats. And and Mercedes in AEW almost feels like the selfish Charlotte Flair of AEW. Charlotte at this time doesn't feel like how Charlotte was selfish. You're seeing that now in Mercedes and AEW, and the Charlotte currently feels like a different Charlotte ever since the pairing with Alexa Bliss. Go figure, bro. Who would have thought in 2025 that Mercedes is the Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte?
I could have thought of that,
and Charlotte has actually been tolerable as of late. I'm shocked I'm even saying that.
I'm not shocked because I saw this shit coming from how she was doing that in WWE. I saw her doing that in WWE, and I'm thinking, well, here we go.
Yeah. Well, when I say shocked, I'm talking about Charlotte, but Mercedes, man, it's like I don't know. I feel like Tony Khan truly overpaid her, and they do say money does change people. I really feel Tony.
She thought she was hot shit.
Tony overpaid her, and I think it changed Mercedes, and not for the good reasons.
Well, here's the thing with Mercedes Moné and Sasha Banks too.
She's great. I
You can't.
love Mercedes. A great wrestler, but to overpay her,
Well, hold on.
that's not good business.
They overpaid someone who botches a lot. That's my problem. She botched so much in WWE. She botched a lot. It's not even just like she had legendary matches, but at the same time, you don't have this like let's say the Hell in a Cell match with Charlotte, right? There were a lot of botches there. There were a lot that Charlotte or that Sasha could have avoided, and just couldn't live up. She had so many matches to live up. She had so many opportunities to live up, and she didn't. She was not that entertaining. I don't know what people saw in her as Sasha for the Sasha Banks character. It just I didn't like it, and other people did for the character wise, yes, but that's fine. But then I'm looking at the wrestler, and the wrestler not really that entertaining. So then, yeah, when you get when she was trying to do that, pull that money card with Vince, Vince is like, bro, you're not that hot shit, because she's really not. And then Tony's like, oh my god, I'm a nerd, you know.
Well, Tony Khan's a mark, but Tony Khan's a money mark, but Mercedes is one of the best wrestlers out there. It's just the way she's overpaid. The problem is not her in the ring. She's one of the best wrestlers out there, and she's really incapable of having a bad match. She's one of the best out there and one of the top females in wrestling, and she is that damn good. It's just the way you give her free control and you overpay her. That's the problem. Where if she was back in WWE, I guarantee you it'd be a much better and much different Sasha back in WWE under Triple H than it ever was under Vince and under Tony Khan. And those are facts, because Triple H is an actual leader. Tony Khan is not a leader. Tony Khan's nothing but a money mark who just wants to buddy it with everybody. Wants nothing to do with any drama or controversy or anything like that. Where Triple H is an actual leader, where AEW has no leadership whatsoever. That's the problem. If there was real leadership in AEW, you would not see this shit with Mercedes whatsoever in AEW. But nobody respects Tony Khan because he's too nice. Triple H, however, they do respect him because he is an actual boss, unlike Tony Khan. And that's the difference between WWE and AEW.
He's too nice, but he also doesn't understand the wrestling business as a whole. He might think because he's a fan, he understands, but you can't understand until you truly have been through the wrestling business. I'm currently learning in the wrestling business myself. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're all of a sudden going to be a good businessman. What creates a good locker room, what creates healthy what's that called? What's that called? Like stamina. What is? Yes, thank you. God, that's the word I was looking for. When you have locker room morale, when you have in-ring morale, when you have all that to cover, that's what we have to cover with the wrestling company I represent. The first thing is everybody healthy? The second thing is, are there people? Is everybody able to coexist in the locker room? And that's the two things. But also the fact, do people know their place? Do people know their place? How many egos do we have? If there are egos, we are going to be very cautious of how we're going to book you, because of the fact we don't want your ego to get in the way of the business. The problem is Mercedes Moné, Kenny Omega, currently Jon Moxley, egos. Egos are destroying the company.
Well, I'd say Omega, because with the Punk and the Elite controversy, Omega was actually the only one of the Elite that actually wanted to do business with Punk. It was really the Young Bucks who wanted to act like children.
Oh, that's a problem too. Yeah,
wanted to do business with Punk. Kenny was actually the only true professional out of the Elite to actually sit there and say, you know what, I may not like Punk, but I'm willing to work with him.
Yeah, okay, that's true. And you know, I think there are a few things.
Kenny Omega did actually say that. It is out there. He did actually say that.
Hey, if that's true, then there you go. I think even with New Japan, I kind of see an ego with him. But I mean, I can definitely accept that with the Punk situation. And Young Bucks have been very much known to be that egotistical, group where it's like,
I used to like the Bucks, now I can't fucking stand them.
I've always hated them. It's the same reason I hate Jey Uso. It's the exact same reason I can't stand Jey Uso. You
Fucking
can't have an ego.
man.
Yeah, you can't. I like the Yeats. They're very engaging. It's very entertaining, but you can't act like you're a main eventer, and you can't act like you are a top guy when you only know one move, a super kick. When you only know certain moves, the frog splash, the spear. He's taking
Shitty spear, by the way. This Jey Uso does.
dude. Seriously,
I hate that. I hate the fucking spear that Jey Uso does. It looks like shit. I'm sorry. It looks terrible.
yeah. No, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
But moving on though. Speaking before we get to the main event of the show, Nikki Bella beat Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green of the Secret Service from SmackDown made an appearance on Raw tonight, and apparently I think Chelsea Green wanted this match, and maybe Chelsea didn't want to wait long, but I mean, nice to see this match. And Nikki Bella, man, not the biggest Nikki Bella fan, but I gotta admit, she looks great.
She looked good until, I mean, that last move was definitely really
the Rack Attack 2.0. Yeah, I don't the way Chelsea Green sold it looked terrible.
Yeah,
Rack Attack 2.0. It looked like trash.
I think it was a fun match. Chelsea Green, obviously, funny as hell with her character. She's always been a great, seller. She's always been a great, character mover. Great heel for sure. I think it's funny. She's got the Secret Service, or what did she call it?
A Secret Hervis.
The Hervis. There you go. I don't know what the hell that means, but yeah, that's funny though.
But Stephanie Vecchia La Primera did come out and make the save for Nikki Bella post-match.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is for the meantime until the build to Clash in Paris. We get Stephanie for a little bit team with Nikki Bella. Maybe it's Nikki and Stephanie versus the Secret Hervis at SummerSlam. Who knows? And it gives Stephanie something to do for a few weeks until we get out of SummerSlam and the build to Clash in Paris, because Stephanie Vecchia will be challenging for the women's world title on August 31st in Paris, France at Clash in Paris. So at least this gives Vecchia something to do for a little bit, for a few weeks or a while in the meantime. And you build her up a little bit.
For sure.
We may get even next week Chelsea versus Stephanie next week on Raw, or maybe this Friday on SmackDown. Who the hell knows? But it gives Stephanie some momentum going into Clash in Paris. I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
And talk about someone who's this red hot. They may even crown her the women's world champ at Clash in Paris. There's a saying, Pyro, strike while the iron is hot. Even if Naomi is a transitional champion, holds it from last night's Evolution to August 31st. I mean, Naomi and Stephanie Vecchia, it's honestly, you could have Naomi win and then she drops it to Rhea and Perth. But at the same time, Stephanie Vecchia is this red hot. And it's like, you really, I mean, there's a saying, you have to strike while the iron is hot. And
I thought she was going for Tiffany. Isn't she going for Tiffany?
Who?
Stephanie.
No, they said tonight Stephanie Vecchia is challenging for the women's world title at Clash of Paris. They announced it during the show.
Oh, okay.
The interview with Stephanie.
I thought it was Tiffany. Okay. Well, hey.
No, it's women's world title.
Oh, that's weird then, because you have two red hot. That's good though. That is good. But damn, you have two red hot workers, man.
But more so Stephanie Vecchia. They may have no choice but to crown Vecchia at Clash in Paris. You got to strike while the iron is hot, because if you don't crown Stephanie Vecchia in Clash in Paris, is she still going to be this red hot coming out if she loses? And you don't really know that for sure. Like, she's this scorching hot. Like, it may be the right move to crown her at Clash in Paris. It might be. And if she is crowned at Clash in Paris, hey, I'm not mad at that whatsoever. Stephanie could maybe wins at Clash at Paris, hold it to WrestleMania. We got Stephanie and Rhea Ripley next year at WrestleMania 42 for the women's world title in Las Vegas. That's a big WrestleMania match right there.
For sure.
But we'll see what happens at Clash in Paris with La Primera Stephanie Vecchia. But then we had a little backstage thing with the World Tag Team title situation. I don't care. We had world champion Gunther make a segment. Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman come out. We had a stare down with Braun Breaker to Gunther, which looked fucking great. They teased that as well. And they have the gauntlet. Braun Breaker's the first one out. He starts with Penta. Penta's out after Braun Breaker speared him in midair with Penta went for a springboard. He got caught in midair with a midair spear. Braun Breaker eliminates Penta. Then out is LA Knight and Braun Breaker. LA Knight gets speared. Braun Breaker eliminates LA Knight. Then it's Jey Uso and Braun Breaker. And you see why I don't like Jey Uso. He comes out, beats up Braun Breaker, does a dive to the outside the breaker. Then he does more yeet. He's like he yeets for 4, 5, 6 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, why? Why? And this guy was the world champion, Pyro, from April to June. Let that sink in, Pyro.
Yep. Oh, I know.
Let that sink in.
And here's the thing: people keep saying how he should never have lost it.
And you wonder why he was a shit world champion, and no one took him seriously. Now you see why.
It's entertaining. It's funny, but it's not world champion material. It's just not.
It's like dancing like a goofball clown. Like, no one takes you seriously as a world champion. You're doing that shit. And he does it for 6 minutes straight. 6 minutes straight. My God. I'm now you see why I'm happy Gunther took the title off Yeet Man last month. Now you see why. Now you exactly see why. And this guy won the Rumble in February and won the world title by tapping out Gunther in 2 seconds at WrestleMania this year, night 1. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, dude.
Yeah.
I guess it really turned me off. It really, really did. But Jey Uso and then he hits a shitty spear on Braun Breaker. That's another thing. Like I said moments ago, Jey Uso needs to kill off that spear he does. It looks awful every time he does it. It's not even his move. Like, get rid of that shit. It never looks good when you hit it. Stop doing the fucking spear. It's Roman's move and Breaker's move. Let them do it because they do the move a lot better than you do, Jey Uso. Just stop. Seriously. Stop doing the spear, Jey Uso. It never looks good when he does it.
Yeah.
Then he goes top rope. Bronson Reed cuts him off. Now Michael Cole did mention there was no DQs in this gauntlet. I thought there were, but Michael Cole mentions no DQ in the gauntlet match here. Bronson Reed then pushes Jey Uso off the top rope. Braun Breaker hits the running back and forth rope spear to Jey Uso. Jey Uso's out. Next time the Braun Breaker CM Punk. And then Bronson Reed was about to do the same thing to Punk, what he did to Jey to cause Jey's elimination in this gauntlet. Jey Uso, minutes after he got eliminated, comes out, makes a save, and takes out Bronson Reed with an outside dive. Then Braun Breaker is going for a spear. It's countered. CM Punk gets to go to sleep on Braun Breaker. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk wins the gauntlet. Breaker runs the gauntlet, looks pretty damn good here. He's a future priest of the company, one of the many future priests of the company for years and years to come. And CM Punk wins this gauntlet match and will go to SummerSlam at MetLife to wrestle Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to that. And then we had the post-match Punk beat down by Braun and Bronson. Jey Uso tries to make the save again. He leaves after he suicide dives Bronson. Then after Punk won the match, Jey Uso runs down the ring. His music hits. Then he gets taken out by Braun and Bronson. Then Bronson Reed was about to do a double tsunami to both Jey Uso, CM Punk. And then you hear the theme music of the OTC Roman Reigns, and you hear fans chanting OTC, and that crowd in Birmingham, which was a very good crowd, by the way, tonight, they went nuts when Roman Reigns came out. He makes a save for Jey Uso, CM Punk. He gives Bronson Reed a Superman punch. Braun Breaker tries a spear. He goes shoulder first to the second turnbuckle. He eats a Superman punch. Then Roman Reigns sets Braun Breaker up for he sets Braun Breaker with a Superman punch. And then I think another one on Bronson Reed. Then Roman Reigns hits the spear on Bronson Reed. There's Roman Reigns. Roman then helps Jey Uso up to his feet when he was sitting down in the bottom corner turnbuckle in the corner. Then Roman stares at CM Punk. Jey, Roman, and Punk are in the ring together. And Roman Reigns OTC is back. He was advertised for SummerSlam, and we're going to get Roman at SummerSlam. Roman and Jey versus Braun and Bronson. Sign me up. I have no problem with that at all. Punk, Gunther, Roman, Jey versus Braun and Bronson, Lyra, Becky, Naomi, Io, Rhea. SummerSlam is shaping up to be a damn good show with the Raw side, man. I'm telling you. And very happy to see Roman Reigns back. He's back for the first time since the Raw after Mania this past April. TV's just better when he's on there. I don't know how you feel. That's just how I feel. There will never be another Roman Reigns. I know he's part-time. He's never going to be full-time ever again because of his Hollywood schedule. But every time he's back on TV, it just makes TV that much better, no matter what you think of him. I'm not the biggest Roman Reigns fan, but again, when he's on TV, it's a big deal, and I'm very happy to see him back. And he will be on SummerSlam, and it looks like he will be teaming with Jey Uso against Braun and Bronson. I don't hate it, and it makes sense because Braun Breaker took out Roman Reigns of Raw after Mania. You got Bronson Reed in the Seth faction. Jey Uso's been involved with this Seth faction against the Seth faction as well. So I don't hate it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's well, and here's my dream match is Roman and Braun Breaker, so we're kind of getting that anyways. And it just works with the fact that, you know, Jay and Roman cousins, you're still playing along with the bloodline gimmick technically.
Yeah.
Plus the fact these are two disciples of Seth Rollins, two guys who have you can even have CM Punk at some point have CM Punk, Jay, and Roman versus Gunther, Bronson, and Braun Breaker. That would be a good 6-man tag. But
if there's a draft this fall, you get Jimmy Uso off SmackDown, move to Raw, get the Usos back together on Raw. On a Raw program, the Usos and Roman against Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. Seth's going to be out for a while. There's rumors of adding a fourth man, maybe Ethan Page or Ricky Saints. To even that would be something.
Ethan Page would be awesome.
He would fit like a glove in the Seth.
Yes.
The Empire. I'm calling it the Empire. So Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page, Pyro. I'm telling you now, he would fit like a glove in that Paul Heyman faction. And he's I mean, not the best wrestler, but man, is he a very, very good heel.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that Ethan Page, man. Wow. That's a name.
There's rumors either cool. Ethan Page or Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints wouldn't be bad, but I like Ethan Page better in the group. So that's a possibility, but again, I'm very happy to see Roman back. SummerSlam shaping up with 3 weeks left to go, and it's looking like a pretty damn good card on paper, and it's looking like to be a good show with the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. I'm gonna be there live, and I'm looking forward to it for both nights, and I'm excited, especially how Raw tonight started to add some matches from their side for SummerSlam in 3 weeks. So I'm excited with the show we got tonight. Happy with the show we got tonight, and honestly, I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. And I'll be there both nights, August 2nd, August 3rd. So for the SummerSlam watch party, I will not be on there because I will be there live in New Jersey MetLife. For SummerSlam post show, night 1 and night 2 will look very most likely on the day after night 1, before night 2, and then during the day, the day after night 2, during the day Monday before Raw. Most likely those videos, so look out for those. But very good Raw tonight. Sported a lot of stories, and it did its job. And I feel like this was, even last week's Raw, the best Raws for the first time since like March. And lately, the product's been very safe. And we got a banger show last night. Really, really good show tonight. Solid show last Monday. I'm hoping this is a sign of things to come because lately they've been playing it safe. And they were in that WrestleMania lull. I'm hoping they're now starting to pick up steam again. And tonight looked like a step in the right direction. So hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, the whole this whole weekend was just filled with really good and really just different stuff, you know. And I'm excited for the WWE because I know that there's now more stories coming out. You're keeping the same stuff, yes, but you're also making relevancy of what could happen. Yeah. You know, it's like, how do we get a rivalry to stay a good rivalry? Well,
Exactly.
They've been doing a good job with that. They've been doing a good job, like bringing in LA Knight, bringing in guys like now Roman Reigns, having Punk go after Gunther, while hey, Seth at the time is still leaking in the lurking in the shadows.
And he still
It's
has the
just
briefcase. And he still has the briefcase, even though he's injured. I'm glad they didn't take it off of him.
yeah.
Quite
Oh,
frankly.
oh yeah. Yeah,
So
me
I think
too.
that was the right call. And this is and lately WWE, it's like almost every other week of PLE, just too many shows. Now they can finally start building towards one show at a time, like SummerSlam in 3 weeks. I know it's 3 weeks left to build, but now they can finally start to concentrate on SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam is 4 weeks until Clash in Paris. It's a lot better than like 2 week build for a PLE. I said it before, I'll say it again. Once we get closer to SummerSlam, and also especially coming out of SummerSlam, I feel like WWE can really start to breathe again and start to kind of bounce back and get on a vertical base again and start picking up steam again. Because lately, too many shows, everything feels rushed, just placed together, and it feels lazy. Everything is like rush, and they can't do what they need to do, and because of all these PLEs almost every week getting in the damn way, and they can't do their long-term booking, what they're known for, what Triple H is known for. They can't do that with all these shows in the damn way. Now with Saturday night's main event, Great American Bash, Evolution out of the way, now they can finally start focusing on one show at a time, like SummerSlam in 3 weeks. Again, I know it's in 3 weeks, but now they can finally concentrate with SummerSlam, and then coming out of SummerSlam, they can concentrate on Clash in Paris. So the less shows, the better.
Yeah, no, it's been way too many shows.
It just feels
My
so
God.
burnt out, man, with all these shows almost every week. I love I don't get me wrong. I love wrestling. Big wrestling fan. Adore wrestling. But even like almost a PLE almost every week, it's too much. It's way too much, bro. It's overkill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, and here's the deal too, I work in the wrestling business too, like how much can I take? Because working
Exactly.
in this, I literally wrestling is not just something I watch. It's something I am involved with every week. So when you have that, I mean literally like
Yeah.
here it is, folks. Like wrestling is my life. I work for this company and I'm getting the shirts for them and everything. Like I'm committed, but at the same time, now
Yes.
it's hard to watch WWE. Now it's really hard to watch NXT. It's really hard to watch TNA, and
Yes.
I enjoyed being able to, keep track of those shows. But now all it is just WWE, Raw, and SmackDown forced down our throats, and it's like, breathe a minute.
All these PLEs every week, they can't concentrate one thing at a time. It's like it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's like the less PLEs, the better. Now they can finally start to hopefully now breathe again and start focusing on one thing at a time to make the Raw shows and the SmackDown shows better, to focus on one PLE at a time so they can do what they need to do.
Well, Nick, I'm sure you've heard the phrase "less is more," and that's
Yeah,
what the WWE needs to focus on: is less being more.
quality over quantity.
Hey, that's a good one too, bro.
Yeah,
Nice. That's a good one too.
absolutely. Yep, two very good sayings right there. So hopefully tonight is a step in the right direction and sign of things to come. So we will see.
Yeah.
So you will see. But definitely hit the like on the video. Be greatly appreciated. And definitely subscribe to Fiore Station as well as Hardcore Sports and Pyro's channel as well. Hit the bell for all notifications. Had like over 90 views last night with my channel for Evolution Watch Party last night. I just want to say thank you to all you guys. It is greatly appreciated. You guys showed up last night, and I could not be more thankful. So really appreciative of all of you guys. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys for that.
Absolutely, man. And I want to thank you folks too for you guys that watched the recent short. Well, I've made a few since, but thanks to a lot of viewers in the YouTube community, I actually was able to surpass the longest, the most views on a short that I've had. I broke 25,000 views my Braun Breaker short. So yeah, thank you for those who watched that, and it was fun making it. It was just like literally just like it's the easiest thing I've ever made in my life, and ended up being the funniest and the most engaging thing on my channel, other than in my videos. I do have the most popular being 31,000 views, but that almost surpassed it. So appreciate you guys who ended up watching that, and more to come. Definitely more to come. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Got the SmackDown watch party. Adam, Carl, and I this Friday at SmackDown, July 18th. Additional live Friday Night SmackDown 2 hours this Friday. So look out for that. That should be a fun stream. And we got Queens of the Ring tomorrow. Episode 5 of the Forbidden Podcast. Adam, Carl, and I. Saturday, 1 p.m., July 26th. That's going to be another fun show and stuff like that. And a possible mock draft on one Saturday in the future if there's a draft this fall. So look out for that. It'll be Mitch and I when a date will be announced. Won't be this weekend, but when that comes, we'll let you know. And we appreciate you joining us here for the live watch, for the live Raw review post-show chaos coverage here on YouTube. It is greatly appreciated as always. So
yes, for sure. So we are going to get on out of here, guys. Definitely check out Furious Nation. Check out more shows. We also have a morning show now. If you haven't heard of that yet, every single, let me see if I can. There we go. It's called the Morning Blitz. It's actually by another guy named, it's a guy named Adam. He's going to do the show for us in the morning. That's going to be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock time. What is it for you, Nick? What's your Eastern, right?
yes, I'm
Eastern time. So 8 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Central. That is actually my time frame. So I'm sure you're tired, Nick. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. We're gonna have more Queens of the Ring coming up. Oh, sorry, Nick. There we go.
Joe says, acknowledge your tribal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Acknowledge.
Absolutely.
We are acknowledging. Subscribe to Joe as well. He's going to be doing some fun stuff on the channel. And he's going to be doing some interviews as well. So definitely check out more Hardcore Sports Network with Joe, Mitch, Nick, and I, and Adam for the morning show. A lot of cool stuff coming to Hardcore Sports Network. You do not want to miss it, but we thank you all. Acknowledge the Tribal Chief and acknowledge the Hardcore Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night.